We're gonna start. Hi, hey everyone! Welcome to Preparing to Podcast. It's episode 15.
15. Wow, where does the time go?
Take that, naysayers.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining us today as we take a meandering wander through our thoughts.
Yes.
We're no longer pretending that there's any sort of rhyme or reason to what's going on.
I think what the thing of it is we start somewhere
Yes.
with something that we'd like to talk about.
Yes.
And then the natural progression of the two of us talking kind of leads to a free association wander through a mystical forest.
We're very easily distracted.
Yeah.
And I don't listen to everything that you say. I'm going to be honest. So sometimes I'm having my own conversation.
And right back at you.
Yeah. So our trains of thought occasionally collide.
And which probably explains why the show's becoming so popular with squirrels. Yeah.
It's all that nut talk.
It's all that nut talk and quick topic changes.
Yeah, where are you hiding your nuts these days?
Not in Iran.
No. Oh, it's a bad time to hide your nuts in Iran.
Hey, if you're waiting for your friend to get back from Dubai with some duty-free items, It's going to be a while.
Kiss those nuts goodbye.
Hey, big week that week.
Big week, yeah. I should have gotten in on Dubai chocolate while I had the chance.
Yeah. Okay, but we
just didn't care.
do have a little bit of business.
We have some business.
We do have a little bit of business.
Because we're very profesh.
Well, we've been doing pretty good about talking about our feedback because we love to learn. We love to learn through comments, both positive and, let's say, hurtful.
I think what we've learned is that we don't deal well with feedback.
No. Well, we don't. Well, I know we've clearly defined the fact that I don't do well with criticism.
Yes, we have 6 followers and we've blocked 2,000 people.
Exactly. A lot of this is just preemptive. It's kind of like we thought that the followers were going to attack us, so we attacked the followers first.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of that going on this week.
There's a lot of that going around.
But we have had,
yes.
Fortunately or unfortunately, a slight uptick in how can I describe this most appropriately? Homosexual slurs. Would they be homosexual slurs or would they be gay slurs? Which would you prefer?
I prefer gay slurs.
Okay, then we should probably say homosexual slurs because they're meant to be hurtful. So it would be whatever you don't prefer. That's probably what they would like us to use.
Oh, okay.
Right,
are there any good ones though? Because they're meant to be hurtful. But
there's a couple. There was one where the comment popped up and I got a notification for it, and so I checked. And it said the person wearing the glasses and then a number of hurtful things, and I had to check to see whether or not I was wearing my glasses in that particular clip.
You were extremely homosexual that
I was
day.
not wearing my glasses, and so
it was me.
Small victory, right? Small victory. But I will say this: the gay slurs. Let's make it gay slurs. Yeah. The gay slurs are still a far second place behind the I need to see a dentist, my teeth are horrible comments. So yeah. The hate, the dental hate far outweighs the sexual hate.
Well, I'm sorry no one wants to stick a dick in your gross mouth, Cletus, but maybe floss a little bit. What did they call me? I'm curious.
I am I didn't jot them all down.
You didn't write them down?
I was just
Anything
happy that the only hurtful things I was getting rid of weren't comments about my teeth. That's really all it was. It came down to, there's other types of hate out there for us, right?
Which is long established.
It's just refreshing 15 episodes in to know that there's people out there that also think that you're not good.
Was it just like a lot of faggots, or was it like Brown Sword the Butt Pirate and fun stuff like that?
No, it was mainly, none of them were well thought out. I will say that. We're yet to get any kind of hurtful comment where I thought, well, kudos for the grammar.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting, just be like, well, that guy looks like he makes no noise when he farts. That would be.
We got a comment with the use of the word "your" used incorrectly.
Oh.
All 3 times it was used in the comment.
I'm sorry.
Even though it used 2 different It used
Oh.
Y-O-U-R
Yeah.
and Y-O-U''R-E, but it used them each time in the wrong way.
You flew too close to the sun, and you failed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just getting a feeling a lot of them are bots. I think some of the hashtags just draw people out.
Bots are homophobic?
Oh yeah.
I find that hard to believe. Russians are so lovely.
Well, it's 1 and 0, not 1 and 1.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just basic.
Computers believe in the binary.
You didn't appreciate my basic joke as much as I was hoping.
That is correct. Yeah, I thought you were going to say you didn't acknowledge my joke, but I'm like, no, I gave
No,
you.
you acknowledged it very slightly, very slightly, in the way you'd acknowledge something that was going to be a problem and then didn't become a problem, so you just didn't mention it at all.
Phew, that was a close call.
It was. But we thought we would discuss this week primarily war.
Oh, okay. I thought
It
it
seems
was
to
like
be-
me not being gay anymore because the comments were so hurtful. But let's.
No, I don't think the
wars.
comments are going to get rid of that.
Wars.
I don't think we can talk away the gay.
No, it's not. It's not happening. We tried
Although I like the idea of going to a summer camp and having people try to convince me
to
to,
be straight.
whatever. To,
You
know
would
what I
pretend
mean?
that you were gay and be like, "All right, I'll go to this conversion camp. What are these bosoms?
I don't know. Is the food good?
Do I like these?
Is that?
I don't know. I think it moved. It might
That
have
would
moved
be-
that time.
If it was enticement therapy, then yeah, right. If they were to show me a lot of boobies and a lot
Yeah,
of
I have a feeling conversion camps are not. I don't think there's like a lot of positive reinforcement at them.
no,
I don't
think
know.
it's-
Maybe you went to a really fun conversion camp. Tell us about it in the
I don't-
comments.
Yeah. Have you been to conversion camp? Did it work? Were you converted?
Yeah.
Or were you once imperial, but now find yourself to be rather metric?
Ooh.
You've been converted. Yeah.
See what you did there?
It's like Uncle
It's like
Ben's.
the basic joke, but it was funnier.
we
We're
gotta
getting
ease
there.
in.
It's a little.
We got to
mountain
ease
climb.
in. We got to ease in,
Right.
right? Yeah. Speaking of
easing in.
Speaking of easing in. That's just always going to be a funny sentence, no matter what the context is.
Yeah.
Speaking of easing
Speaking
in.
of easing in.
So anyway, the war that I guess primarily broke out this week would be the Israel, United States, and Iran.
Yeah.
I believe in that order: Israel, United States, and Iran. I think Israel and the United States attacked first.
Yeah.
And so far, the U.S. government has given a number of explanations.
Yeah.
From
We're bringing on Armageddon is my favorite one. Jesus wants this
It
war.
was- Trump said it was because they were like 10 minutes away from getting a nuclear weapon.
It's a long 10 minutes. They've been
Some-
10 minutes away from that for 30 years.
Hegseth said that Israel was going to attack them, so we had to attack them before they attacked us because Israel attacking them was going to make them attack us.
Yep.
So we had to attack them before they attacked us.
The maths. That
Common
makes
sense.
sense.
Rubio, I believe, said we attacked them because I think someone lost at a card game at Mar-a-Lago. I think that was Rubio's initial explanation, and then he went to
Yeah.
But earlier today, we record the show on Wednesdays. Earlier today, the press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, said that the reason that they attacked Iran was that Trump had a feeling.
Vibes. Yeah, it's a vibes-based war. I mean, not that it's a war. We're not calling it a war because, America hasn't been in a war since World War II. I don't know where all the bullets are going, but it's not a
No
war.
bullets. That's the beauty of it. No bullets.
No bullets.
It's just a pure Air Force war, right?
Yeah.
Just bombs. The most expensive kind of war you can have.
Yep.
Just dropping bombs on people, not really knowing what effect you're having. And what I also like is that Donald Trump he explained how easy it was this was going to be for Iran, right? Because we're gonna bomb away the mullahs, right? The Ayatollah.
Yep.
He's gone, right? No more Ayatollah,
That's it.
right?
Problem solved.
And I miss those jokes from the 70s. Hey, I miss the Ayatollah,
Ayatollah
jokes.
jokes?
Yeah.
1979 was a great year for Ayatollah jokes. If you
Oh.
missed it, I can't help you.
It's just there's a scene in WKRP
In Cincinnati?
in Cincinnati where Venus Flytrap pretends that he's doing stand-up comedy. And one of the jokes that he says is just the simple line, "How about that Ayatollah?" and then everybody starts laughing. He does a series of premises, and the audience laughs at the premises. He's like, airplane food, and everybody starts laughing. And, yeah. But how about that Ayatollah? That always stuck with me. Yeah, and the great thing about the Ayatollah is that as new Ayatollahs come along, you don't really need to know anything about them.
No.
You don't need to know their names or anything like that.
Yeah, we're going to mangle your name anyways.
So you're just a new Ayatollah.
Just the one that they picked in Ayatollah Idol.
Apparently, I don't know where the heavy betting is right now, but the Ayatollah who just got dirt napped, his son is apparently a possible contender.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. And apparently America's okay with that. But what I thought was great was getting back to what
helps me sleep.
Donald Trump's plan for Iran was that America's going to bomb them, right? He's going to take out the missiles and the Ayatollahs and whatnot, and the mullahs, and then the Revolutionary Guard, okay, this is the plan. The Revolutionary Guard is going to lay down their arms, I'm assuming to the students who 2 weeks ago they were shooting in the street.
Yeah, this all makes sense.
He's
going to drop some coupons.
It seems like the kind of thing the Revolutionary Guard would do, right? Just give up.
All tracks.
Give up and give their weapons away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why somebody didn't think about that sooner.
I mean, it's good that they were shooting students, because the last time they had a revolution and didn't shoot the students, a whole bunch of Americans got kidnapped. So you don't want that happening again.
I remember that. That was the first international political event that I ever paid attention to as a child. Oh. Because my uncle Henry, wonderful guy, got me a job when I moved back to Vancouver in a lumber yard. Wonderful gentleman.
This is how we get off track.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious about lumber yards, what kind of wood.
Tiger Forest Products.
I'm biting down all these hardwood jokes and softwood jokes.
Giant hydraulic chainsaw that used to cut like giant loads of 2x4s and stuff. It was awesome. I stood in a cloud of sawdust all day. I felt like I was a real person, like a man. Yeah, it was awesome. I had steel-toed boots and a little hard hat. Oh, it was a great summer. I was making like $16 an hour.
Stop.
Yeah. Just printing it, driving a Volkswagen Golf. Yeah. Off the chain. It was awesome. But anyway, my Uncle Henry quit smoking the day they took the hostages in Iran.
In solidarity, or was it just a coincidence?
No, it was a coincidence, but like 2 weeks after he quit smoking, he realized that they were telling him every night on the news
how many days it had been since he had quit smoking. Hilarious.
And by the time the hostages were released, which was like, I don't know, 200 and some odd days later.
444 days.
There you go. Was it really?
Yeah.
444 days. By then, he was like clear of the cigarettes.
Yeah.
So he said it was one of the happy coincidences of his life.
And he wrote a little thank you letter to Ronald Reagan for delaying the release of the hostages.
But
after the election.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because fuck that guy. It's so weird that that Reagan would get the break from the Iranians in that way, that Jimmy Carter didn't get the break politically.
Weird. Nobody liked Jimmy Carter. Everyone hated him.
Yeah, lousy peacenik. That's what he was. He was a lousy peacenik.
Stupid,
in the eyes of America, I mean, the guy never threw a bomb.
Yeah.
Like, what a puss.
What a pussy. What do you grow? You grow peanuts? You can't even grow a nut that grows on a tree. You grow ground nuts.
But I have an idea of because Donald Trump, his big promise was no forever wars, right?
He's made a lot of promises, but who keeps track?
What he's done now with Venezuela and now with Iran is it seems to be he wants to do these if you don't do what we say, we'll kill your leader wars.
Yeah.
That seems to be the game now. We're not going to have a big war. We're not going to invade your country, right? We're not going to do an Iraq or anything like that. But his idea is we're just going to assassinate your leader. And for a guy that's been shot at least twice,
that's bold. Why are you giving people ideas?
that is at least he's walking the walk. I mean, he's dodging bullets, right? Why shouldn't the Ayatollah have to dodge 60 missiles?
It seems fair. And I do think that if it does, I mean, it's going to be a ground war. I do think that politicians should have to send their children. I think that would cut back on a lot more wars. It'd be like, okay, you are team cannon fodder. It's just a cute name we came up with. No one uses cannons anymore, but you're probably still going to die. But we just want to make sure you're not just hiding, pushing around paperwork.
Yeah. It's, well, the service members that already died were based in Kuwait. And imagine, I can't imagine any of them, when they got that posting, however long ago it was, even if it was, 6 months ago, thought, uh-oh, Kuwait. Right?
Wait a minute.
I'm sure everybody was thinking, swish, Kuwait.
No.
But not so much.
No.
All of a sudden, when
as soon as you're in the Middle East, you got to watch your back.
And everybody seems surprised that Iran is just hurling missiles like a kid throwing crap out of a grocery cart.
Well, I think they thought it would be like Iraq, where they're like, oh, we're just going to go in and, cause some trouble. It's like, yeah, but Iraq didn't really have like a lot of weapons and a big military.
No.
Iran has all kinds of stuff, and if they think you're going to if a country
they've been
thinks
selling
you're going to be
drones
wiped
to
out,
Russia.
Yeah, why wouldn't you fire off all your missiles if you think that?
Well, it's
someone's
also
gonna
not
take
just
you
that.
over?
It's they're like, well, Iran was attacked, and then Iran attacked 8 other countries, and it's like, yeah, but those 8 countries all surround it and all have U.S. bases in them. So, like, if you look at the map of U.S. bases around Iran, they're surrounded.
Yeah,
They're
if you're going to
totally
fire at a
surrounded.
U.S. base, it's going to be.
So yeah, basically
that.
they're just throwing missiles out of the canoe, and no matter where you hit the water, there's an American guy standing there with a gun.
Yeah,
that's just the way it is right now. I don't know. Do you have a favorite American war?
a favorite American war?
Well, because there's some wars that the Canadians, we've gone with them, right? The World Wars, we went with them on the World Wars.
I mean, they came with us for W2, let's be honest.
That's true.
Late entry.
True. They were late entry. But, with the Lend-Lease Act and stuff like that, we had some
Sure.
good connections going on. And then Vietnam, we sat out.
Yeah, not a war.
Korea, we went to.
That was just a police conflict.
Oh, yeah, it was the Korean conflict. But still, I mean, Vietnam... It was good for movies. World War II was real good for movies.
I think that
Vietnam was good for movies. Korea is more of a TV war.
Korea was just good for sitcoms.
Yeah, MASH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think America has to go to war every 20 years so they can generate, like 20 years later, they can be like, oh, remember that horrible war we were in, and make a bunch of movies about it.
But there wasn't a lot of, Three Kings. I mean, when I think about the first Iraq War, which we were a part of, the first Iraq War, Canada, we sent some planes and some refueling equipment and stuff like that.
Our plane?
Yes, we sent the plane.
Wow.
Yeah,
Bold.
I think it.
I guess we figured America was distracted, so we're not going to be invaded right now.
Yeah,
We can
exactly.
send the plane.
We did not go to the Second Gulf War, but we went
No.
to Bosnia, Herzegovina,
Yep.
even though that was one war with 2 names. And where else have we gone with? I think that's about it, really. Oh, Libya.
Yeah.
Libya,
Yeah.
because Libya was a NATO action, so we were in on that, and that's about it. But America really, they've had some highlights. I mean, Grenada, they kicked the shit out of that country that had like 3 guns in it.
Yep. Serves you right, Grenada. Look at you being all
It's a hell of a long weekend, that war.
Yeah, Guatemala's looking at you sideways. Take them out.
And then Panama.
Yeah.
Panama was good because they had the Van Halen song.
Yeah.
Right. So that really helped that war.
Canal. Is that?
No.
Oh, Panama. Okay.
Panama. Yeah. Reach down between my legs, ease the seat back. Yeah.
Ew.
I know that
Is
was
what
really
those lyrics
gross.
are?
That was really gross until I realized that's actually how you move the seat back in a car. You reach between your legs, you hit the lever, and then you push the seat back.
Still gross.
Yeah, but it sounds much more gross when you whisper it into a microphone in a Van Halen song.
It really does.
Hot for teacher.
Might as well jump.
Just jump.
Just jump.
Just jump. Also, again, suicide hotline,
Yep.
1-800.
Just jump.
Something, just jump. 1-800.
1-800, move your body.
Just jump.
Get off the fence.
Yeah. This is segment brought to you by the Suicide Hotline.
Yeah.
We've been closed due to funding, so do it. Just do it.
Or just, send out a tweet on Bell Let's Help Day.
Oh, yeah, that'll help.
That's all you need to do to
Like
support the mental health of the
Like
world.
a post instead of funding mental health.
Yeah.
That'll help.
There you go. This corporation will help us.
That was the other thing that I thought was tragically amusing. I guess that's where, if something can be magically delicious,
Tragically amusing.
it should be able to be tragically amusing. And what I'm finding tragically amusing about this Iran situation right now is they didn't give any of their own people a heads up, right?
No.
Because there was no build up to this war in the way there was for every other war ever. They didn't go to the UN. They didn't go to Congress.
Nope.
They didn't do anything. They just started dropping bombs. But as a result, they've declared 18 countries in the Middle East to America, get out. You got to get out now. But they also cut the funding to the State Department in half. So nobody's there to answer the phone at the State Department when you're calling up trying to get out of the country. They can't help any of the Americans
They're
get out.
not going to help. Yeah.
And
It's sorry.
I don't know if a tiny little Canadian flag is going to be enough on your backpack at this point. There's probably going to be a few people flushing their passports down the toilet in order to make sure they don't get recognized in the Middle East right
Just
now.
eat it. Just eat it.
Yeah, that would be a smart play for the Americans. American passports should be edible.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case you miss your connection and you're stuck anywhere overseas when Donald Trump decides, I got a feeling.
I got a vibe.
I got a feeling.
This might distract everyone from the fact that I'm a pervert.
Yeah, he's going to feel so stupid when he finds out that that feeling was just him dying.
That'd be a nice day.
Yeah, that was the feeling, Don. That was you see that spot on your hand? That's your insides too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just nothing there.
Spread to his neck now, which is very exciting.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, he's got that's not like
Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him it's there. He won't know. Just keep spraying the orange on. Just cover it up.
That was deep red. That's like it was the kind of color that it's become annoying and you've been scratching at it.
Yeah.
Right? That's not just it's red now. Because I've seen some bad reactions. I went on a school trip.
Oh, don't get Chuck started about rashes.
I went on a school trip.
Night.
Well, but also a buddy of mine on the trip to Washington D.C. Irony of ironies, was I guess allergic to the detergent they used at the hotel.
I think he was just allergic to patriotism.
And he woke up like he had been attacked by a beehive. His face was all puffy and red and horrible.
He's allergic to American patriotism. He just couldn't handle it.
I don't know
That's
what it
what
was,
happens.
but I also he got carted off to the hospital, and his dad.
In America? Oh, did he die?
No, he did not,
Is he
because
poor?
his dad was a surgeon in Toronto, so he called a friend, and he got into a private hospital in Washington D.C. And his room at the hospital was twice as big as our hotel room, and he was in there alone. We had 4 of us packed into this hotel room. We walked into his room, and it was like, wow, this is nice.
I would have immediately faked a seizure and been like, oh, is there a second bed in here?
No,
Great.
because I don't think, I don't know if OHIP was covering that.
You don't care. You're just crashing there.
That's true. That's true.
You're like, I'll walk it off. I think I had a heart attack. I'm just going to walk it off this room.
Do you watch war movies?
Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Does Star Wars
that
count?
was. I guess technically that's a war movie.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, all the premises are the same. There's a good guy. There's a bad guy. There's somebody you're cheering for. Somebody aren't.
Starship Troopers?
Starship Troopers.
Also
yes.
a great war movie, which
Yes.
the first time I saw it, which was in the theater, I think it might be the only time I've seen it, was on Remembrance Day.
Lest
And so
we forget.
It really hit home. I was like, wait a minute. I don't think we're the good guys here. It was quite fun. Doogie Howser showed up. We hadn't seen him for a while at that point.
Casper Van Dien. I did a movie with Casper Van Dien.
Did you?
I did. It was entitled Road Rage.
Oh. Were you the road or the rage?
Well, you're going to have to watch to find out.
I will never find out.
I was the chubby comic relief.
Oh.
Kind of. I was the guy. It was the whole premise of the thing is Casper Van Dien meets a girl who seems to be in a distressful situation. They get into his car.
Oh.
And then it's being chased by this menacing black pickup truck
Oh, no.
for the entire movie.
Oh.
And
Scary.
in the menacing
And
black
you were just in the
pickup
back
truck
of the pickup truck being like,
is
"Not
her-
another thing.
is her ex-boyfriend, the abusive ex-boyfriend.
He's
And
not as handsome as Casper Van Dien. Or
no,
is
but
he?
but he was a pretty good-looking guy. And 2 other football players, right? One who's kind of his number 2, cheering on the bad guy.
Yeah.
And then me, who's the shy guy who wants to be on the football team.
The
kind
water
of
boy.
Water boy type feel. And it's my truck, but I'm not driving it for the entire movie.
That's a cuck's truck.
Yeah.
Cuck truck.
Yeah, exactly. That was
Cuck truck.
ding,
There you go.
ding. And I'm not even going to attempt to say that.
Chuck's Cuck Truck is what that movie should have been called.
It's exactly what
featuring Casper Van Dien.
That's actually a very good title for it.
There you go.
Chuck's Cuck Truck.
Not just a pretty face,
No,
but it helps.
but also someone sitting in the corner of the room watching.
Yeah.
More than just a pretty face. Star Wars. See, I've had a few different war movies. There was.
I've watched a million war movies.
Have you?
Just because
have you
that's-
enjoyed any of them?
No, I don't. Because like the World War II ones, I'm like,
Band of Brothers.
no.
Band of Brothers was good. Now, part of the reason why I think I like Band of Brothers so much is that when it was on, it was like I think it was 12 episodes over 6 Sundays. So it was like 2 episodes every Sunday, 2 hours a Sunday. And we did it, I had illegal satellite, so we could watch HBO at my apartment.
Gasp.
Yeah. And so we had a crew come over,
Yeah.
right? So it was like we did it for 6 weeks. We all watched it together.
What
big,
fun.
Big group of guys. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. And you don't get a lot of, I guess as you get older, that would have been when I was in my, I don't know, probably late 20s, early 30s. As you get older, there aren't as many things like that you'll actually get together with all your buddies to watch.
Yeah, you have terrible taste in TV.
Well, there's just
Nobody
not as
wants to
much
join you.
TV like that either.
It's true.
Right?
It's true. We don't have the monoculture anymore, so everyone can find something they
Well,
actually wanted to
the
watch.
streaming has kind of blown out the idea of appointment television. Yeah, because when I was a kid, if you weren't there on time, that's it, man. You're going to have no idea who's guest starring on Love Boat this week.
It might be Charo.
Oh,
It's probably Charo,
I hope it's Charo.
but it might be Charo.
I didn't even know what women were good for, and I still knew that she was important.
Yeah, because you were into the coochie coochie.
I didn't even know what it
It's
was.
like, I don't know what that is. That
But
woman
is it-
looks like she could play a mean Spanish guitar, though. Have you ever
I
watched her
bet
play
she could.
guitar?
No.
It's amazing.
I'm sure it is.
She's
she wasn't
she's
there.
a virtuoso.
Those people.
The coochie coochie was to just get people to pay attention.
That was
That
That was a time in show business where even if you were perceived as someone who was just kind of famous for being famous,
Yeah.
you still had the skill set.
You had to.
Like you still knew how to sing and dance
Yeah.
and play an instrument and
Soft
ride a
shoe,
horse
yeah.
and do all of that stuff. Now,
Because you never knew when you were going to get called on to Battle of the Network Stars.
well, it
And
was just
very
that
important.
was. I mean, now you get into show business and people tell you, get a following. That's the most important thing about getting into show business now is you need to have a following. But it used to be they'd tell you need dance
skills.
lessons, you need diction lessons, you need Now also they were making
Elocution.
everybody make sure that they sounded like they were from like the same 12 square feet in the American Midwest.
Yes.
And that they were all the same shade of pale. And
Unless Shirley Temple's in the movie, in which case you do have a black man to tap dance with her, but just for comic relief.
yeah, exactly.
Just every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a lot of like World War II movies.
World War II was really good for movies. I mean, World War II was so good because America came out looking pretty good in World War II.
Oh, well,
They've been riding that like we're the good guy off of World War II through really 80 years of not being the good guy at all.
Well, starting immediately after World War II.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, that's when when your popularity's at its peak. That's when you start cheating on your wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when you got to do it. That's when you can afford to take the hit in popularity.
Well, yeah. And also, no one was paying attention to the fact that they just hired all the Nazis. And they're like, oh, no, come here,
Well-
come here. Oh, you want to go to Argentina? Come here instead.
But they had a
Come
good
here.
reason. They had
You've
a good
got
reason.
ideas.
They had a good reason to hire those Nazis. They wanted to send a car to the moon,
Yeah,
right?
makes perfect sense.
And what? Are you going to get a bunch of Ukrainians to do that for you?
Oh,
No.
what, on wheat?
Yeah.
You going to decorate a giant egg and send me up into space on your fancy egg? I don't think so.
No. Are the French going to get you to the moon?
No.
No. They might be able to make a film about it,
They were interested when they thought it was made of cheese. But then
but then they realized they could make their own
we
cheese.
can make our own cheese. Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
need to deal with space cows.
Yeah.
We don't know where those space cows have been or what they're eating.
I wonder who's next to go to the moon. Is anybody going back to the moon? America says they're going back to the moon, but they say a lot of things.
India's trying. India has a
India wants to go to the
surprisingly
moon?
robust
I'm
space
surprised.
program.
I'm surprised, to be honest, that China has not gone to the moon.
That's because they're like, we got our own moon. We built a little moon.
Well, I just think that it's the kind of thing that
They probably went and nobody noticed.
it'd be just as a pure propaganda machine thing.
Yeah.
China should go to the
Just
moon.
paint it red.
Yeah, or go to Mars.
Yeah.
They should beat Elon Musk to Mars. That's what the
We
Chinese should
don't
do.
need to go to Mars.
Which, by the
but
way,
I would like to encourage Elon Musk to go to Mars.
yeah, or
Because we
hell,
haven't figured out how to
or-
bring people back
or
yet.
or maybe you know what? Maybe just head over to Iran. Hey,
yeah.
just head
It's
over
the
to
Mars
Iran.
of the Middle East right now.
It is the Mars of the Middle
You can
East.
get there, but it's going to be hard to get back.
In that it's very hot and on fire.
Yeah, I don't have a problem sending billionaires into space. I just think we should leave them there.
Yeah, and maybe not one at a time.
Yeah.
eh?
And stop calling orbit space. You haven't been to space.
Yeah,
You've been
yeah,
to orbit.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos has been to
Grow up.
space in the same way that I don't know. Driving through the Rocky Mountains means that you've summited them. You know what I mean? He just kind of skimmed it.
You're just falling. You're just
I guess
constantly falling around the
Somebody
Earth.
explained that basically that's what air travel is, right? From the moment you take off, it's just a
That's what orbit is.
It's a
You're
very
just
slow.
You're not. Yeah, you're just constantly falling, but just missing the Earth just enough that you keep
Going
that
around it.
Gravity keeps you on board. Yeah. If you believe in the round Earth and gravity,
I believe it.
I don't want to pander.
Yeah, I remember I got into the debate about one of those debates was like the evolutionary debate. You know, they were talking about creationism in schools and whatnot, and I was talking to this American about it, and he was like, "I just think that they can't act like evolution is just the way it is, because they might find out later on that that's not the way it is." You know, it's not a fact. And I told him, I'm like, yeah, they kind of covered that when they called it the theory of evolution.
Yeah, but scientific theories have all kinds of like proof to support them. Like gravity
Yeah.
is just a theory, but
Yeah,
it's
but
a scientific theory.
It's a proven theory, but also
Well, all
theories do
theories
get.
are relativity is a theory.
Yeah,
Lay people, dummies, just get hypothesis and theory confused.
confused.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them are lay people. Some of them run big departments in
Nobody
America.
smart is watching this.
Nobody's smart. Oh, at our
I
show?
see you. I see you.
No, there's plenty of intelligent people
You're not that
watching
smart.
this. Yeah, no, really, you don't think so? I think
There's a few. You're smart and you're smart, but you, no. That's why you turn the subtitles on.
exactly.
You're not.
I watch everything with subtitles on.
Everyone does. All the kids do now.
My son turned me on to it because
Yeah.
my son has hearing
Lazy ears.
Yeah, lazy ears, also known as deaf.
Is that what they're calling it now? I can never keep up
Well,
with all
he's-
these politically correct terms.
He's one of those rare cases where he's a deaf kid who can hear because he has cochlear implants,
Fancy.
which is like bionic hearing.
He's a cyborg.
It's very cool. You can Bluetooth right into his brain. Like, it's cool.
It is cool.
It's very cool. Although I imagine, it's he still has to. He worries. His big thing, because he was really into zombies when he was a kid. Like the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, zombies are going to eat him first. Are you kidding?
But I think that also kind of gave birth to a core fear of, if there is an apocalypse, he'll actually end up being deaf because he needs like a battery charger.
Yeah.
So if they turn the power off, he's deaf all of a sudden.
Yep.
That's his like worst case scenario situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst case scenario is that like the power is out. It feels a little selfish to make it all about me. It's like, well, I can't hear. It's like, well, there's an apocalypse going on. I'm like, but I can't hear it.
Yeah.
I can't hear what's going on.
I think
Selfish.
you'd want to hear the apocalypse.
Selfish.
Everybody's selfish. That's the nature of being.
It's fine. Maybe it'll
self.
help them. Just like, when Day of the Triffids, all those blind people were fine because they were already blind.
Who was already blind?
All the blind people on Day of the Triffids.
Day of the which what?
The Triffids? You never read
What
or
the hell's
watched
the Day of the
Day of the
Triffids?
Triffids? Oh my God, classic sci-fi.
Oh, no.
All right.
Day of the Triffids.
Yeah, there were these plants.
It's just like a Twilight Zone episode?
Yeah, there were these plants that were created to like, I don't know, make oil or something. And then there was was it a comet that like made everyone blind? And then
On the
Triffids and on Earth, and then the Triffids all of a sudden were like walking around and killing people. It's amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, I recommend the old school BBC version of it because it's slow and fun.
Wow,
Yeah.
I miss that is I have a considerable sci-fi blind spot in my
Right there, you gotta read that. The Midwich Cuckoos. Oh,
I got to read it.
You can watch it.
Oh, okay, all right. Because read it.
It's slim. It's a slim book. It covers a lot of ground and not too many pages.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
one of them. Yeah, it's like one of them novellas.
Longer than a novella.
Longer than a novella. So a short story. What's longer, a short story or a novella?
Novella.
A novella is
Yeah.
longer. So what would this be? A book,
Yeah.
like a legit book.
Just a book.
Huh.
Just not a long book.
How many pages before it's a book? Throw out a
Is this
number,
like
man.
Is this
Throw
like
out a
what's
number.
the sound of one hand clapping?
No, I'm wondering. Well, you seem
I
to
don't want the
have
publishers
definitive
coming down my
knowledge.
neck.
You have definitive knowledge that a novella is longer than a short story.
I'm going to say a novella
Yeah.
is 100 pages, but that's a lie. I mean, there's children's books that are
Yeah, but
not 100
nothing
pages.
counts if you put the word children in front of it.
Children War.
Children's menu,
The Children Iranian War.
children's
Doesn't
hospital. None of these things are real.
Yeah, you just make more children.
Yeah, exactly.
200 pages
200 pages to be
200 pages
considered
is
a
what
book.
makes
is a book.
And what's the category below? Kevin, our tech, is doing our fact checking for us. We've really stepped up. We now have crew, and we have fact check live fact check ability, right here at Studio
Yeah,
Chuck.
it's never been done.
I don't. What's never been done by us.
No.
It's 60 to 120 pages long.
What is 120 pages
A
long?
novella.
A novella is 120
60 to
pages
120.
long.
What is
So-
going on
so
in that no
somewhere
man's
between
land of
100
120 and 200? What is that?
That would be a I don't
Oh,
know.
my mind is
Literary
blown.
purgatory.
Oh,
That, you know what it is? That's the area where you show up with your 175 page thing, and they're like, I don't know what to tell you. This isn't a novella, and it's not a book. We can't publish it.
you've created a black hole.
This
We
is
don't know
how
what to do with this.
that's why I've been getting rejected all this time.
Yes.
I need to add more pages or take some out.
Yeah, you got too many pages.
Maybe I should do a 10,000 things you should need to know on the toilet. I'm thinking about writing toilet books.
Are toilet
I
books
think-
back?
I think toilet books never went anywhere. I think your selling point for your toilet book empire that I'm going to build,
Yeah.
or my toilet book empire more correctly, will be, hey, it's gross to take your phone in there. Why don't you just use a book that everyone else has touched? Right?
Okay, yeah. It seems like you have thought this through.
All right. This is a guy that, goes on and on about glory holes, right?
You do go on a lot about glory holes.
I'm
It's
just saying,
weird.
but
It's
you
a
never,
weird-
you're never grossed out by that. Put a book in the bathroom.
I'm not necessarily not grossed out, but I just keep it to myself. I don't want to yuck on anyone's yum.
Yuck on anyone's yum.
Plus, they were keeping people safe during COVID.
That is a yuck on. Hang on. I don't want to
Have you
yuck.
never heard that? That is not my thing. That is,
I don't want to yuck on anyone's yum.
yeah. I thought
That
that was
is
a common
great.
phrase.
It is a great phrase.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that I haven't heard it before.
I mean, I might like
Rain on
visibly
your parade.
swallow some vomit back down, but I'm not gonna let you know that I think it's gross. Just
What, a book-
quietly
a book
later
in
at
the
home, I'll
bathroom?
be like, oh, man.
I don't know.
mean, I always like going to a cottage and like
That's
checking out
it,
a
yeah.
Reader's Digest. Or,
That is still very much a cottage
yeah,
thing.
1001 bathroom jokes.
Yes, the great big book of Dutch humor,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
101 uses for a dead cat. 101 more uses for a dead cat. I think we had both of those.
That's the thing is like you're always going to be able to find more things to do with a dead cat.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
That's a series of books that you could just keep on writing.
Skinning it alone is gonna.
Oh, what?
So many ways.
I just got you said the word skinning, and I just got a flash of some. It's some documentary, and the guy's interviewing this woman who's skinning rabbits while she's being interviewed.
Yeah.
And she's very casually skinning rabbits, I imagine, because it's something that she does all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She's breeding and selling rabbits. And it was by far one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen in my life. And it was just because...
When you realize it all just peels off.
Well, that was the thing, is
Like,
I
it's
didn't
like,
realize
yoink.
I didn't realize how easy it was to
quite
remove all of this,
Yeah.
like all of the skin and fur from an animal.
There's a couple of key points you have to cut, and then once you
Yeah.
cut the zip. Yeah.
But that was the thing. It was like 4 quick moves and a peel, but like she was having a casual conversation that she was being interviewed about.
It's called multitasking.
Yeah, which is fine, but it was a task that I hadn't ever seen someone do before, and just, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm sure if you'd asked me, do people skin rabbits? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure people skin rabbits all the time. I just never seen somebody do it 20 times in 5 minutes while being interviewed about like a car. It was just weird. But yeah, it was too matter of fact. I think that's what it was. It was too like
Too cash.
like she could have been peeling stickers off of buckets.
Yeah, she could have been peeling potatoes.
Yeah,
She's
that
just
was
making
the-
some food and some fashion
And,
some
yeah.
keychains.
and that's probably an indication of how far removed I am from the actual supply chain.
You've never killed something and eaten it? A
Let's
fish,
see.
maybe?
Fish,
Yeah.
yes.
A child?
Crab,
Eaten a child?
yes. Crab, clams,
You caught your own clams?
yes. Caught my own
Yeah,
clam.
you're a clam
And
digger.
crab especially. Used to do crab a lot when I lived in Vancouver.
Yeah.
We lived on the beach by the ferry terminal. Out in
And then you're going to
Powassan.
graduate. Well, you do like bugs and sea bugs, and then you do like birds. And then once you've done birds,
Trying to think. I've never.
then you
no,
graduate
never.
to mammals. Because I understand like mammalian solidarity.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
I'm trying to
But
think.
We're so delicious.
I've eaten
I've
animals.
eaten a cow for revenge. I had a cow I hated.
Really?
And I'm like, when are we eating this cow? I hate this cow. This cow's a jerk. Can we eat this cow next?
Did you?
And we did.
Where was this?
This was on a farm.
This was on a farm.
Yeah.
You lived on a farm.
I worked on a farm for a summer, and I had some beef with my beef.
Oh, okay. This was part of your veterinary training.
This was pre-veterinary training because we had to get trained in everything. So I'm like, well, I'll go work on a farm for my summer before university to
okay. Just
hang
to
out with some cows.
Brush up.
Yeah, and then I
And-
named her Big Mac, and then we ate her. She did not taste great,
Was she?
I will say.
What did you not like about this cow?
Her attitude.
Was she
fact-
was she bossy? Did she
Yeah.
talk back? What was the deal?
She was a dick. She would kick me all the time. She killed a calf one day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, in her defense, it was a calf whose mom had died, and we're like, "You want this calf?" And she's like, "Mm." She was fine with it for a couple of days, and she's like, "No, I don't have time for this." Kicked him in the head and killed him. And we're like, "She's got a bad attitude."
Wow, that's a.
Yeah, we always knew who we were eating. We knew who the cows in the freezer were.
Well, I don't know if I'd like that.
It's I think I have no problem eating things. I think if you want to,
Oh, I have
if
no
you
problem
take care of
eating.
it, treat it nicely, let it have a nice life, and then yum yum yum. Yeah. I mean, they don't
Could
know
you
that
eat-
our friendship is based on
could
me
you
wanting
eat-
to eat them eventually.
Could you eat a pet?
If I was, well, I wouldn't have a cow as a pet,
No, but like
like a dog.
yeah.
No, I'm not. Culturally, I have trouble eating dogs. I don't care
Yeah.
if people eat dogs. Just
But
don't
just
eat.
not for you.
Don't eat my dog.
Don't eat your dog.
Just leave my dog alone.
I think that's everybody's policy on
Yeah.
eating dog is they don't much care except please don't eat my dog.
Yeah, I don't know what they taste like.
I wonder if there are, for the cultures that do eat dog, I wonder if there are preferred dogs to eat. You know what I mean?
Ones that don't fight back, I
Well,
guess.
like everybody talks about the Japanese Wagyu steak,
Yeah.
right? It's all fatty and delicious, and
Well
it's all
marbled.
marbled and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Well, what about, a pug? They don't exercise much.
No.
They get massaged all the time,
No.
right? It's like a tube of meat
No.
already. I'm just saying, like, maybe it's marbled. Maybe it's delicious. Maybe it's wonderful.
I'm just making this face at just pugs in general. I'm just like,
right? Because then you got a greyhound. That'd be all like gristle and tendon.
it's too lean.
That's what I mean.
It's like
all
ostrich. When
yeah.
everyone is like, oh, let's eat ostrich. You're like, okay, but this isn't that
Ooh.
great. Like, this is not a big chicken. This
I've had
is-
an ostrich burger.
Yeah. And were you disappointed? And did you find it quite dry?
I was told that it was going to be dry, but they had compensated with that with cheese and sauces on the burger.
Okay. Fair enough.
So they had compensated for the fact that it was going to be very dry.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it was they had it was heavily spiced and flavored up. So I don't know if I got an accurate.
Ostrich is not particularly gamey, but it's a very lean meat.
I've had crocodile.
I've had crocodile,
Yeah.
delicious.
Crocodile.
I have no problem eating them. They look prehistoric. I'm like, you should not be around. I went to a crocodile farm and held like a baby crocodile. I'm like, yeah, you should be eaten. You're terrifying.
I don't know.
I
I don't know
eat
if I'd
you.
look at a crocodile and think it should be eaten just because it's too scaly.
Yeah, but
I don't think
eaten
it's.
crabs.
I don't think of.
Who looks at a crab and is like, I bet that's delicious.
Yeah, but see, crab
Until
was.
you eat it for the first time, you're like, oh, I want to eat all of these.
If I didn't grow up on the ocean, the idea of eating a crab would seem weird. But I didn't, which is probably, I grew up in the ocean, so crabs no problem. But I did not grow up in the desert, so reptiles, not so much. Have you ever had snake?
Yeah,
I have not
a
had
lot of
snake.
bones.
Although
so
I've had
much spine.
I've had eel. Does that count as
No.
snake? No?
No.
I mean, same shape,
Yeah,
right?
I
No legs.
don't think that's how taxonomy works, though.
Oh.
You're like, this is the same shape.
Well, because I've had it at the sushi place, the unagi.
Yep.
Have you ever had the unagi?
I have had the unagi
It's
once.
delicious.
And then I was like,
You didn't like the unagi?
no, it's no snake.
I think what I really like about the unagi is the sweet barbecue sauce they put on top of it.
Yeah, I'm sensing that you would eat any animal as long as it had the appropriate sauce.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. What you eat there, Chuck? Ass
Eh,
and mayo.
oh, that's not the right condiment. I
No,
did eat
okay,
some bugs
hang on,
once.
hang on.
I ate some basically
No.
like
We're
centipedes.
not skipping over this. What is the right condiment to eat ass with?
Definitely nothing chocolatey.
Nothing chocolately. True. Yeah.
It doesn't need a condiment.
It doesn't.
It's
Maybe
its own, the condiment I prefer is soap.
A spritz of lemon.
I prefer well sudsed.
Sudsed. Yeah, but I don't like the taste of soap.
Well, you don't want but you don't want to taste what else is there.
Yeah, I know that.
And
But
if you're allergic to peanuts, stay away.
I couldn't even watch that 2 Girls 1 Cup thing.
I made the mistake. It still haunts
you?
my dreams.
Oh.
It haunts my dreams.
I asked somebody to explain what it was, and then they
It's
explained
worse
what
when
it
somebody
was, and I
explains.
was like, okay, well, I'm just going to gag at that. Like,
Yeah.
that's
that
all
was
it
the
is.
entire point of 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Is to make people gag.
Yeah, and to teach people about sharing, but that was the secondary message.
That was, I think that got lost.
It was, when they were trying like adult-themed Sesame Street, and they're like, "This is good."
Two
They had a
Girls,
song
1
with it:
Cup.
2 girls, 1 cup, 2. Yeah,
We're back to the Swedish Chef.
yeah, and plus it's hard to get that out of Muppet first, so they moved on.
Yeah. That was. There's been a few. There aren't as many of those kind of internet. I guess there are.
They are.
They're not as
we've
much
aged
fun.
out,
They're
'cause-
no, because like I remember, 2 Girls 1 Cup was the kind of thing like it swept through the world.
Yeah, but that's when the internet was like
But
the internet.
The latest thing that just swept through the world was like 6-7.
Yeah, which
which
I
is
encountered
disappointing
at a
on every
comedy
level.
Show. So like back in October, I was talking about the giant, and he's 6'7". I was like 6'7", and there was like weird. You know, when people are
Giggling.
laughing at the
Yeah,
joke,
yeah.
you're like, you're not laughing at the right part of this joke. What is going on? They're
Yeah.
like, yeah. Like, I don't care. I don't care. The year I knew that I was not plugged in was when they were doing like the review of like top 10 things that happened on the internet this year. Remember sea shanties were big? No. No, I'm not on the parts of the internet where sea shanties were big, but apparently it's a big thing. Kids were in.
My son was into the sea
Sea
shanties
shanties?
for a
Yeah.
while because he had these. He had one on his. I remember he had it on his phone, and it was like 4 hours and 50 minutes long, and I was like, "What is this?" And it was the same one, like played like 12 times or something like that in a row. But like he'd listen to it for like 5 hours, like he's listening to the Gregorian monks or something like that. Like just these.
What a waste of cochlear implants. What a waste
know.
of that technology.
Well, I mean, I think he also liked the idea that they were Irish songs, and his name is Irish, so I think that's
All right. Simple
Fa-
pleasures.
My son is very much into simple pleasures, and more than any other human being in the world, he knows what he likes and he knows what he doesn't like
Fair enough.
from a very young age. I don't know if I've told this story. My favorite story about him was when he was like 4 years old. He was at a birthday party, and a parent walked over and handed him the juice box, and he immediately like retracted her, followed her around, handed it back to her, and said, "I'm not a juice drinker."
Yeah.
It's a proud moment. It's a very proud
I don't take
moment.
juice from strangers, lady.
I'm not a juice drinker. What 4-year-old says that?
Why don't you stick your juice back in your purse and come at me with something better?
You go downtown and get a rat to gnaw that thing off your face.
If I see you coming at me with raisins, if you come back with raisins,
Raisins.
Go
I used to
hell.
love raisins.
I know,
as
I
a
was an
kid.
idiot. I was a sheltered child.
Well,
raisins.
yeah. My mom went on a health food thing when I was at an age where that was a terrible
Oh,
idea.
yeah. Did she do carob chips? Or she's like, oh,
Carob.
we're going to do carob. I'm like, why don't we just not have chocolate chip cookies? Why don't we just not have cookies?
I believe
instead
carob.
of bad cookies.
I believe carob is the foundation stone of destroying the relationship between mother and child, between me and
Yes.
my mom. 'Cause
There's no
now-
trust.
Well, there was plenty of other things going on. She was a manic depressive. She didn't take her medication. There was plenty of other things going on in the world. But when she tried to convince me, as a 6-year-old,
How dare you?
that carob and chocolate were the same thing and that there was no difference in taste,
Lies.
I knew fundamentally that she was a bad person
Yes.
and that we were not going to get along.
It's like, I have a child's tongue that only tastes sweet things.
Well, it tastes
This is-
everything. You
this
got like twice as
tongue-
many taste buds.
Ah,
Everything when you're, it totally made sense to me when I found that out that kids' tongues have like twice as
Yeah.
many taste buds. I'm like, of course they hate everything.
because everything tastes weird. Maybe it's just,
Well, because
I
they can
think
taste it.
the giant might be what they call a super taster, because he lives on sugar. Like he loves sugar, sugar, sugar. But vegetables taste like dirt. Like all vegetables.
Oh, he can taste
taste
the
like
actual
dirt to
earth.
him. I'm like, just beets? He's like, all vegetables.
I can see how beets could taste like earth.
Beets taste like earth.
Yeah.
I accept that, but I'm like, everything. Like leafy green vegetables, like spinach.
Really?
No. Yeah.
So what does he eat? Just sugar and
Yeah,
protein?
he's gonna die very soon. He's gonna die.
Is that
malnutrition.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
As long as he's not next to me, because if he topples over, I tried to help him when he like passed out one night, and I'm like, oh, I can't help you. All I can do is I can break your fall, but that's it, and then I'm trapped underneath your gigantic body. So
Is that what you're worried about, being smothered after he passes?
yeah, I am a weak. I know I look like a strong, virile man, but
From what angle?
from far away.
Okay. And then as you get closer,
behind a building.
somehow you get smaller.
And if I'm not talking, it sells it a bit better.
Oh, yeah.
Because
As
the
soon as you-
voice and also like the hands
The voice of the hands
are
do.
not do me any favors here.
Well, what do you mean by favors?
To sell the strong virile man
Okay.
angle.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there's plenty of strong, delicate people out there that make wonderful hand gestures when they talk. You're not one of them, though. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
That is not me.
Fair enough.
That is not me. Will never be me.
Okay, so Venezuela.
Venezuela. Getting back to war.
They arrested the guy, just hauled him out of there.
Yeah.
Iran
Yeah.
murdered the guy.
Yeah.
And TBD, what's going to happen there? It's actually, I think,
gonna be
is
a
it
kid?
TBD in Venezuela? Because I think they just let his vice president. She's just running the show now.
No one cares about Venezuela anymore. That
It
was
just
weeks
was-
ago.
Well, it was, but I will also notice that both Venezuela and Iran are also petrostates.
I think that's a coincidence.
Okay, probably
I
a
don't think
coincidence.
that none of this has anything to do with the black gold in
So
these lands. No problems that Iran has are because of oil.
no.
And anyone who's trying to sell you that angle is lying to your face.
Apparently, you can tell America to die for 47 years, and then they're just not going to take it anymore.
Although they did, I learned this fact recently. After 9/11, they changed their chance of death to America to down with America. Just for a
Really?
little bit. Because they're like, you know what? America's having a bad week. So we don't wish death on them right now. We just don't particularly care.
Well,
for
it was
them.
also they were put in the tricky situation whereby America was attacked by the Saudis, and they're not really big fans of the Saudis.
No. And America is friends with this is what makes me love this whole thing so much. It's like, oh, so your friends did this?
Yeah.
But you're going to go after this random country that did nothing. Because you don't like his mustache? Okay. This
It's proof
makes sense.
that I think that at the end of the day, for all of these, for the people that actually have power, like long-term power, like the people that are dictators and monarchs and stuff like that, they don't have to get elected, and the people with big money, left-right politics doesn't even exist for them at all in
No.
any way. Like, it just doesn't exist. Wars don't exist. Anything doesn't exist. It's all about what'll let me hang on to my power and hang
Yeah.
on to my money.
Although I did like that the Shah's son, one of his sons, looks like Bert.
Oh, he's
Like
the,
the Sesame Street-
former Shah of Iran.
Like
Yeah,
he's got a big nose that looks like a Muppet nose, and like
Oh, yeah.
big. I was like, you are someone modeled Bert
Bert
from
after
Sesame
you.
Street after you.
And
I kind of like.
Is
King
he
Bert.
hoping? Is he hoping to go back now?
He's like, well, maybe it's my time. I'm like, sure,
Yeah.
yeah, your dad was overthrown, but I'm sure they'll welcome you back with open arms.
Oh, it's going to be nuts. I mean, what do you figure's next? Cuba? Are they going to do Cuba? Cuba seems like
There's nothing in Cuba is just conveniently located,
but that's the thing
but
is.
there's nothing,
But that's my point.
nothing
Is
to take.
that's my point. Is if I think if they took Cuba, they'd be able to kind of diffuse the you're only doing this for oil and money argument, and then when they could oust. I don't know who the hell's running Cuba right now.
Mr. Cuba. I
Mr.
believe is his
Cuba.
name.
Senor Cuba.
Senior Cuba.
Yeah. Comrade Senor Cuba.
Comrade Cuba. Yeah.
Comrade Senor Comrade Cuba. Aye. Because that way you'd be able to go, well, they don't even have any oil, and we got rid of that guy too. And how hard would it be to? I mean, you could bomb Cuba in like an afternoon. You wouldn't take days.
Yeah, but you would enrage so many drunk British tourists that I think they might catch some of those bombs and
Well,
throw them back. You've never seen a sunburnt British person on their second day at an all-inclusive in Cuba.
Oh, well, not in Cuba.
they're
I have
insane.
seen that at the Dominican Republic. Same thing. And it's not just the Brits. Let's be fair. There are also plenty of Northern Canadians who head down to the all-inclusive resorts, and their skin has never really been exposed to the sun at that level before, let alone for an 8-hour day while they're wearing a Speedo at the bar.
They're just peeing in the pool bar.
Oh, I've watched some second and third day, guys just standing there and he can't move because his skin might rip. Oh, those guys are the best. Yeah, day one. Hey, you gonna put on a little bit of sunscreen? No, I'm good, man.
Nah,
I'm good. These freckles hook up. They're gonna be fine.
I'm using natured sunscreen. Melanoma.
Nature sunscreen. Yeah, sweat and my ability to keep my ball cap on my head. I always love those, the ball caps, tan lines. I'm guilty of them. I get bad tan lines.
Oh, especially with like the little hole at the back. With the
The
little...
one I worry about now is I used to always get, from years of doing comedy on the road, I had the left
the
arm
trucker's arm.
because I drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, the left arm dark tan, right arm moderate tan.
Yeah, that's your
But
mic
now
hand.
I look at my two arms years later, and there are much more spots on my left arm than there are on my right arm.
Yep.
Although I am a relatively freckly guy, but I worry that if it's like I've done a test experiment where like we've exposed this one to
You have. And the
to
fun
60
thing about,
years of UV,
Yeah.
UV light, and this one to just 2.
the fun thing about radiation is you get to find out what it did years later.
Years later. Unless Chernobyl. Have you watched Chernobyl? Those guys got to find out like hours later.
Yeah. You either get to find out right away or you don't find out for a few years. And then they give you a Nobel Prize.
Hey, do you think
Like,
the
sorry about
reactor
that.
exploded? Hang on, let me just throw up all my insides. Oh, those poor bastards.
Everything is blood.
Oh. It was, I mean, I enjoyed seeing Skarsgård there in the Chernobyl. That was fun.
I haven't watched it. I do love a
it's very
Skarsgård,
good.
though.
It's good. They turn the color right down so you get that authentic Soviet feel of nothing's ever bright or happy.
That's very true.
It is very true. They do that a lot. They do that in a lot of war movies, too. They just turn the color down real good.
Yeah. In fact, if you go to Russia, you understand. It's like, oh, this is very, no one's happy.
Well, you've also got, once you get deep into the northern hemisphere, you also get that flat light,
No one is,
right? Everything looks a little dim
Ugh.
when that northern flat light.
2 different Russians tap on my teeth and ask me if they were real.
Really?
Get your finger out of my mouth, Masha. Get your finger out of my,
Where was this? Like just
In
on
Moscow.
the street? Just on the street?
Just one of the cleaners at the embassy and some random,
They like
This-
touched, like tick,
yes.
tick, tick on your tooth.
Like, oh, where'd you get
Really?
those? Just seeing if they were loose so she could steal them. Grabbing your teeth. Yeah, it's fun traveling the world, and you find out the different kinds of personal space that people enjoy.
Oh, that was a big one for me in Asia.
You're like, you're just sitting in my lap? Okay.
Yeah, Asia was a big lesson for me because as someone growing up in Canada, where
We have some space.
when people brush you on the sidewalk in Canada, that can be kind of an outrage. It's like,
How dare you?
well, some of the time it happens
Yeah.
inadvertently, but most of the time if somebody brushes you on the sidewalk, there's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 blocks in the entire country that are crowded enough where you're going to actually bump into people. And so if somebody brushes you on the sidewalk, it's a statement.
It's a deliberate slight.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just on their phone.
And that's it can be. I'm not saying it's not a forgivable mistake, but if you get
it's
brushed,
not forgivable to be on your phone walking down the
but
sidewalk.
if you
looking
get
at your
brushed
phone.
on the sidewalk, that can lead to something in Canada. It's not something that you just don't notice. And in Asia, if you can walk more than 3.5 feet in any direction without running into 58 people, God bless. Like it was just, Stuart Silver for years had a wonderful joke before he died. And
all of his jokes before he died were better than his
well,
posthumous material.
it was about how India had too many people.
Yeah.
And he goes, because you hear things like a news event that happened in India, and it seems like too many people are involved in it. 2 bicycles collided in Bombay today. 16,000 people are dead.
Yeah. In Zimbabwe, like there'd be a bus crash and 200 people would die.
Really?
But then you look at the bus and you're like, okay, the entire bus is crammed with people.
And there's
a
people
whole
on
bunch
the
of people
roof.
on top.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of people hanging on the outside.
Although
And I'm surprised that more people didn't die. They would always do like the people, and there was always a number of chickens on board would also and some of the chickens died, some of them were fine.
yeah,
was
they
fun.
give you the human and livestock
Yeah.
death count.
This was the national paper, which was the only paper. They would have a lightning toll every year. They would keep track of how many people got killed by lightning and how
Really?
many people drowned during the rainy season. They're like, this is the toll every day.
Now, is there a more than normal amount of lightning in that country?
No, but in the rainy season, there's a lot of lightning. And if you were living in
Okay.
a hut that has, you got a fire inside your hut, you got, carbon. You've got a roof that's entirely made of carbon. And lightning loves setting that on fire.
Okay, that makes sense.
Plus, there wasn't a lot of news. So
There's a lot of news. So lightning and drowning
Yeah.
deaths were top
it's
of the.
here we got. Except for that, there was a guy whose genitals were made to disappear by a witch doctor. That got a couple of days of news. He's like, I woke up and my genitals were gone.
That would get a couple of days on
Yeah.
the news.
There was no.
Lorena Bobbitt got like 6 months of news.
He wasn't. There was nothing cut. They were just gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Everyone
would
took his
be-
word for it. There were no. There was no pictures.
Nobody offered to
He was
check.
like, no, somebody cursed me, and I have no more genitals.
Is there a lot of
And they're
that?
like,
Is there a
"Great."
lot of cursing?
There's
Like
a,
not swearing, but
there's a fair bit. Yeah, they do
witchcraft.
nangas,
What's a nanga?
like we call a witch doctor, which
Yeah.
is probably an offensive colonialist term.
Yeah, but if you're going to use a term that English people can understand, it's going to be
It's
an
gonna
offensive
be an
colonial.
colonialist term.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, we got a guy to come to our house to see if he could find water. He brought his little rods.
Oh yeah, the little
His
sticks.
little water dowsing, and he's like, no, I don't find any. And we're like, that's weird because like we got plumbing. You'd think that it would at least be attracted
To the
to the
plumbing.
house.
I think maybe
to
the
the
metal
toilet.
pipes throw it out.
Yeah.
Right? It has to be natural flow.
But we wanted to dig a well, and he's like, nope, can't dig a well.
Can't dig a well.
There's,
Womp
there's nothing
womp.
here. We're like, oh, thanks, buddy.
Huh.
And there we were, no well.
No well. You had no well?
We had no well.
Did you have no water?
No, we had water. We had running water through taps through the municipal system. I
Oh.
don't know why. I don't know why we
Then
were
why
like,
are you
oh, maybe
looking
we
to
should get
drill
a
a
well.
well?
I don't know. We had a
Oh,
swimming
s-
pool. We had water coming out of it.
It was like suspenders and a belt.
Yes.
Yeah, you're hooked into the municipal
Yeah.
system, but Dad wants to drill a well just in case.
Yeah, we didn't even have to boil it. We just
Oh, it was
drank
drinkable.
it straight
It was
from the tap.
drinkable tap
Yes,
water.
Delicious.
That is another thing
that the British left behind.
that in North America, like we think nothing of. Like when you can't drink your tap water, that's like something's gone terribly wrong in your city, right? Like somebody's been flushing, raw hamburger meat or something down the toilet.
Well, people get so mad. They're like, well, what's the point of having water? It's like, so you don't have to hike.
Yeah.
Like for half a day to get your water and then bring it home and then boil it. Why are you so mad that you have to boil your brown tap water?
Most of the places in the world that have running water, you don't drink it.
No.
It's just there to wash.
Yeah, it's called running water because you run away when you see it.
Well, you wash and you cook with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, bottled water is like the go-to everywhere.
Delicious.
I don't know. I drink tap.
I
I live here.
I'm a tap guy.
I have a filter.
I don't even have a filter.
You don't even have a filter?
No.
You like the taste of pool water?
I let it run across the counter and then I just lap it up as it drips down.
It drips down. Yeah. Just lick it off the linoleum.
Yep.
What is that? Pine sol?
Delicious.
Delicious.
Makes me feel outdoorsy.
Yeah. Well, we started talking about war. We talked about war for quite a while.
I feel like everyone got a good sense of how we feel about wars.
I think
my favorite war. You asked me my favorite American
yes.
war.
Okay,
which
favorite
I didn't have
war.
an answer for. Favorite war has got to be the Second Punic War.
The Second Punic
Not
War.
the first one, the second
Okay,
one.
now-
Because that's when Hannibal, went over the Alps. I'm pretty sure there might have been elephants involved. It was just a good time.
That's the
Rome
Second
versus
Punic War?
Carthage?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Rome versus Carthage. So, what's the time frame on that war?
Like 200 BC?
200 BC. All right. So old school, shields and swords.
Yeah. Good time. And, sneaking around through the Alps. Look at you go. It was a
Sneaking
good
around.
time.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. I
Yeah,
don't
the
know.
first one wasn't that exciting, but the second. That's where it's at.
It's magical.
That's where it's at. Yeah.
So that was the elephants with Hannibal. That was that war.
I think it was that one. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite war. No. I don't really like war, generally speaking. I have favorite war movies and shows. I grew up on MASH, loved MASH.
Love MASH.
And MASH, it seemed like war was terrible, but it was also happening a few blocks away.
Yeah.
Right.
And you got to be drunk and do surgery, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, it was
Not
one of
at all
those
problematic.
It was one of those war is hell, but if you can find the right gig, hey, not so bad, right? It's like I'm sure there's somebody that's got a really good gig right now in Iran. No, actually, I don't.
Selling
think there's
grape
anybody.
knee-high behind the officers' club.
It's
They come down to Rosie's shawarma bar.
all right. So here, predictions for next week is predictions
Chaos.
for next week. Well, no, is it over? Because there's I've heard. See, the great thing about the Trump White House is because you don't get any actual facts out
Yes.
of the White House, you get endless speculation about what might happen next.
The news is now opinions and wild speculation.
Yeah, which is, and that way it's easy to call it fake news because they have no actual news to report because, the government won't tell them anything. But predictions for next week, is it still going or has Trump somehow declared victory and moved on?
No, it's still going to go because didn't they get rid of their, Iran, all the FBI Iran, counterterrorism people, a week ago?
Yeah. The week before
so they don't
attacked
know.
Iran,
They won't even know what's going.
No, but
they'll have to go over there, see what's happening.
Well, I will say the one good thing
as
about
soon
going,
as there's boots on the ground, they're there for a while.
I will say, but the one good thing about going to war with Iran with Israel is that Israel does have the intelligence. Now, whether or not they're telling the Americans the actual truth or just the truth that they want the Americans to hear so they'll keep dropping bombs, who knows?
It's also very dumb. We don't want you
It
to make
is.
nuclear weapons. It's like, okay, let's all sign this agreement.
I-
Okay.
I-
And then Trump pulls out. He's like, well,
Yeah.
all right, well, then we're going to let's make some uranium then. Well, you can't make uranium. It's like, well, why'd you pull out of this agreement?
It's one of those weird
Is there a new one
situations
coming in 2 weeks?
where they really should have just built the bomb, right? For their own sake, because look at North Korea. North Korea built the bomb, and everybody for the most part is leaving him alone. Trump says he's in love with the guy, and they're leaving him alone. And there's a
think they
country
used
that
their
if
bomb,
they
though.
didn't have a nuclear bomb, nobody would leave them alone. Well, I guess that it's one of those weird things where the Chinese want them there because they're a buffer,
Yeah.
and the South Koreans actually kind of want them there because they're a buffer.
Yeah.
So now they're just this kind of dead zone economy in between a bunch of thriving economies because South Korea's doing great, Japan's doing great, China's doing great, Taiwan, don't mention Taiwan.
Not to the Chinese.
Not to the Chinese, because that's the other thing is, there's our prediction file. Are the Chinese going to make a move on Taiwan? I don't know. I don't think they are. I think they're going to wait for America to further decline. I think they're really going to wait for America to
I think
to
they are
no
just
longer
playing the
be able
long
to get out.
game.
Well, that's the great thing
I
about
think
China.
they're winning.
Yeah, because China
So
doesn't.
it's like we've been doing this for 5,000 years. We can wait.
Yeah,
We're patient.
they are patient, and they're happy just being China.
Yeah, and they had tons of wars, so they're like, you know what, we're good on war for a while. We'll relax a little bit.
All right, so to sum up,
To sum up, war, thumbs down.
Our war episode, Venezuela, check but done, war but done,
Yeah.
seemingly. Iran, pending. Let's just mark it down as pending.
Yeah.
And then Greenland, looks like that's going to be a no-go.
Greenland's gonna be fine. They didn't even. I don't even know why they lied about sending a hospital ship. I don't even know what that. There's so many dumb lies.
All that was an
sending
American
a ship. Okay.
service member had to be evacuated from a submarine to Greenland, and I imagine Trump heard about that and said, "I'm going to send the hospital ship," and then just tweeted that out without realizing both of those ships are in dry dock and the guy's already
He's fine.
he's in a hospital in
Yeah, he
Greenland.
just
He
ate some
doesn't-
bad clams.
Yeah, he's fine. Anyway, it's leadership by shouted blurb at this point. It's just such a fucking shit show.
So ridiculous.
I remember when people used to think George Bush was a fucking idiot, but at least
still
at least
is.
he was trying to actually say something when he fucked up. Trump is not even trying to say anything when he
doesn't
fucks up. He just like when he was announcing the death of 6 service members, and then 30 seconds in, hey, how
That's
about
what
these?
happens.
How about these curtains? Hey, how about these gold curtains behind me? You know what they're covering up? New thing on ballroom. He started talking about the ballroom. 30 seconds into we lost 6 service members through friendly fire, by the way.
Yeah.
Swish, nice move there, America. And couldn't even get through the whole thing. Just started going on and on about the ballroom. And
He should start a podcast.
Melania Trump is at the UN.
Why?
Hosting a Security Council meeting. Which I think tells you exactly how much Donald Trump cares about the United Nations opinion,
Yep.
is that he's sending his
Zero.
model movie star wife to go hold the meeting.
Movie star is generous.
Well, she was the star of a movie.
A documentary.
Still a movie.
Doesn't count.
No, I'll give her movie star.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't mean she's a
I
good
will
movie
take it away.
star.
I'm
Doesn't
taking it
mean
away.
she's a great
Nope.
movie star. But it also means that I get to claim to also be a movie star if she gets to claim that she's a movie star. Because
Well, is
I
this
was in
like-
a movie.
There's no porn actors. There's just porn stars. Is that what you're doing?
No, I think you're a porn star if you make 5 pornos. I think you're a porn actor if you make 5,000. Right? Because I think initially
Porn
it's
auteur.
well, I think initially it's like, hey, I'm in show business, and it's very exciting, and then that quickly becomes, oh, so I'm just a cum dumpster? Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
today you are.
yeah.
Yeah, my friend who does porn.
Tomorrow we're getting another girl in here, and
Yeah.
you guys get to share a cup.
Ooh, it's gonna be fun. It's called Two Girls Sharing a Cup. Yeah, my friend who does porn, I've learned not to ask about his day at work because it's not at all. It's not at all
No.
sexy, not even slightly.
No,
It's like,
no.
well, I'm 8 hours in and my asshole's hanging on the floor. I'm like, okay. And then what happened? But what's the story of this movie that you're in? What is the plot?
But on the whole, how are you feeling?
On the whole.
See?
See what he did there?
See?
See what he did?
All right.
I loved it.
That's all I got.
That's all we got.
I think we should leave it on the whole joke.
All right. Yeah. I feel it's a good place to end.
It is.
And then you can get complaints about how gay you are.
Oh, I'm so gay.
Yeah, he's the gayest.
I'm so gay.
I do love. It's so adorable. Those bots are so cute.
They are cute, but why aren't the bots, like, if you're going to make a bot, why are they all hurtful? Why can't the bots be cheerful?
Why is Tourette's only swearing? Why isn't it? You look great in those pants. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was.
That's just the way.
I
That's just the way life works.
I kind of wanted to talk about that.
Have
a
you
little
lost
bit.
weight? Like, that would be amazing.
Exactly. Just fabulous, fabulous, fabulous.
Nice shoes. Nice shoes. Nice shoes. Nice shoes.
Gee, your hair smells terrific.
It's just not. There's just not a lot of friendly Tourette's out there.
No. But as always, we are still preparing to podcast.
We're preparing to podcast.
And I am Chuck.
I am Ted.
You can find Ted at Dr. Ted Morris. I noticed you're on TikTok now.
I have a TikTok account.
Okay, because recently your TikTok account followed me on TikTok. And so that was my
That's
clue that
the
you're on
only
TikTok
action
now.
I was because I think I did it yesterday. I was like,
okay.
I should probably follow.
Okay, so you're like
I should probably check the comments.
non-participating player on TikTok.
Well, I was curious about what about mean
hurtful
comments.
comments.
I like reading mean comments because
I
they don't have a lot of power.
The
over me.
the TikTok ones aren't too bad. The Instagram ones are meaner. I think there's more bots on Instagram.
It just makes me laugh. I'm like, we're racist against the Irish? I don't think they're a race.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was a lot of people upset. There was a lot of pasty Irish people upset about it.
It's just funny seeing what people get offended by. And I know that they're making no effort and not thinking about anything when they're reading these comments, so I do not take them on board.
Yeah. What I also find amazing is that there have been some comment threads.
Oh, when they
where,
start fighting in the comments?
Yeah, the bots are arguing with each other.
It's so cute.
It's pretty. It's like watching them Rock'em Sock'em robots punch each other in the face. Okay, so I mentioned at Dr. Ted Morris.
Yeah.
You can follow me at Chuck B Jokes, and you can follow the show at Preparing to Podcast. And we are available wherever you stream your podcasts, and we also put the video up on YouTube in case you want to watch.
Fun.
It is. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for, having
Stay
me
safe,
over.
everybody. Pray for peace. And next week, we're going to find out if the whole world is over.
Yeah. Stay tuned.